Hey guys, what's going on? It's Meshi with Path to Wellness with Meshi. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the long-awaited makeup release from Mad Hippie. Now, if you are familiar with Mad Hippie, you know that it's a skincare company that makes amazing vegan, cruelty-free skincare. However, just recently, they have launched their own makeup line. And with that, they only launched a few products, a few key products, I might add. So I was quite intrigued to jump on the bandwagon and try them out and give you a review. So we're going to be reviewing the Mad Hippie Mascara, and also we'll take a look at their lip and cheek tint in the color Fig. So I will give you my thoughts, a little breakdown, and I will shoot you over to a demo so you can kind of take a look at how these guys have held up in real life. So, but before we get right into that, I wanted to welcome you and take the time to say hello. Thank you so much for connecting with me here. I'm so glad that you are here. If you are brand new, consider subscribing to the channel. We usually chat about 2 to 3 times a week here, and once a week I update you on a vlog section as well. And we talk about zero waste, clean beauty, and conscious living, spiritual practices, and overall just how you can live a more consciously driven life. If that sounds good, you're going to absolutely love it here. But without further ado, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into the video. All right, so when I first saw, first of all, I think that my story is a little twofold because I actually ran out of mascara and I wasn't sure that I wanted to jump back in and buy the new mascara from Elate. So when I saw that Mad Hippie came out with their own, I had to at least give it a try and give you guys my honest thoughts and see how it held up. Now, here's what we need to know about the mascara that kind of makes it a little bit special. The packaging, it comes in, it's a bioresin sugarcane tube. So this actually comes in a tube, and then the actual holder is still plastic, and then you have a naturally bristled brush. So I'll just show you guys a close up. And when you smell it, it kind of smells like facial moisturizer, which I really appreciate the scent. Here's what's going for it. It is vegan, it's cruelty free, and the packaging is biodegradable, at least a portion of it. You can still take the brush and the plastic, and I believe that there are still services out there where you can have them recycled or be taken up with being reused for something else. So in that regard, I appreciate that. Now with the actual formula, I will take you over to the demo and kind of show you what has worked and who it's really for personally. So here's what the brush looks like. But I don't feel like it's making like a massive difference in my eyes. So far, this is like one, this is one coat. Which, I mean, they kind of tell you on the website that you will need several coats. So you just kind of want to take your time. You can kind of tell bottom lash line, like we're getting there, but it's taking a minute. I wonder if it's because of the peptides that they put in there. Like when you smell it, it does smell like a cream. It doesn't smell like, you know how sometimes like mascara sometimes smells like coconut oil or it smells like cocoa butter. This does not have that distinctive scent to it. Little chunky, but let's see if we can build this up. It doesn't do much as far as lengthening is concerned. Like we're kind of getting there. You know what I mean? Like it built a little bit of length. Okay, let's talk a moment about the mascara before we move on, okay? So with this, it's good, but I think that this would be more suitable for those of you that have either like really thick lashes and then you just need a little bit of a lift, then this is great. Or if you're just looking for something basic where you just want like a really thin layer of mascara on your eyes and then you can put your lashes on, this is good for that. Packaging is on point, like it's biodegradable, so I really appreciate that. There's no testing on animals, so again, like that kind of drew me in. Price point, you're looking at $19 US. So not the most expensive, but it's also by no means is it a drugstore brand or in a drugstore price point. Although like some of the drugstore mascaras are getting up to close to about $20. I think that with this mascara, it's gonna be one of those things where you get it when you already have mascaras, if that makes sense. Depending on your lashes, that will depend on that as well, depending on how your lashes are. Mine are fairly thick and long, so generally I'm looking for lengthening and I'm looking for thickening a little bit where it just, you know, you can actually tell that you have mascara on. This guy is great as a layering mascara, and it could just be because it's still new in the package, or it could just be because the formula somehow needs to be tweaked a little bit. I had a difficult time building up layers. You can build it up, but you have to wait between coats. So it's good, but it has some challenges. Given that this is their first time releasing it and it's a new formula, I think that they're going to be adjusting that formula as they go along. And just like with anything, really, I think that you launch something and then you start tweaking after you get some user feedback. So my feedback on this is that it's great. You're going to have a very easy time washing it off. It's not going to irritate your eyes. It has good ingredients in there. I had a tough time building up the layers to where I wanted them to be, but it also depends on how you also use mascaras. I know a lot of you out there are using it as just a base layering piece where you're going to be putting fake lashes on anyway. And then at that point, for the price point, this is going to be a much better choice because it's non-toxic. So that makes a big difference. A lot of the mascaras out there on the market, whatever you can get from Sephora, a lot of them will have toxic chemicals in there, which over time will irritate your eyelashes. And so if you're looking for an alternative, this might be up your alley. Now let's talk about the lip and cheek. First of all, I appreciate the fact that it's a lip and cheek tint. I don't know, there's just a soft spot in my heart with vegan and cruelty-free and clean beauty products that are sort of multi-purpose. Let's talk about packaging for a second. Lid is bamboo and the bottom is glass. It comes in sort of like a frosted glass container. It's a lot of product. In my opinion, it is a lot of product. You're getting about 7 grams of product from them, and this happens to be pretty dark, but when you shear it out, it's beautiful. Formula, I believe one of the ingredients is actually coconut milk, but like kind of just warm up the product a little bit, and I will just show you one swatch from here because it's that ridiculous. Watch. Boom. Look at that. I'm not even kidding. So extremely pigmented, which means that you want to kind of be careful with this, especially if you're putting them on your cheeks. I am wearing it today alongside something else that is a little bit more of a peach tone to it, but it looks really, really pretty on the cheeks. I think that this color in particular, Fig, is going to be great more in the fall. Like, I mean, like, look at that. Like, look how dark that is. So, but when you're shearing it out, like right around here, you can kind of tell, as soon as you start shearing it out, it's very, very pretty. And I'm not taking back all the deeds that I've done. There's a lot that we did wrong. Like, I can see myself wearing this shade on my lips in the fall. For summer, I think that this is a little too dark for me, but okay, let's add a little bit on the cheeks. Don't I look like a clown right now in the viewfinder? I think I do. Okay, let me just blend it out a little bit. We all know the disasters that can happen when you put way too much blush on. You kind of look like a clown. And sometimes it's hard to see that like in the mirror, but then when you look at yourself on the viewfinder, you're like, oh Jesus, what went wrong in that transaction? Where can you buy it? Okay, I have purchased mine straight from Mad Hippie's website. If you are in Canada, that will be probably your best bet. They are relatively fast. I believe that well.ca is going to be carrying it. They do have Mad Hippie products at the very moment, but the last time that I checked, they didn't have Mad Hippie, like any of their makeup line just yet. I don't know. You would have to kind of double check, and depending on when you're checking for these products. But nevertheless, this is all I want to share with you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried anything from Mad Hippie and what were your thoughts. Overall, I'm so rooting for companies like Mad Hippie because they're trying to be innovative. They're trying to be just pushing the future of clean beauty forward, and I will always be supportive of them. So, you know, like they just have sort of like a soft spot in my heart, just mainly because they're ethically, they're really pushing the industry in the right direction, and that just makes me so happy. Now, with each individual product, I think that, you know, it's such a learning experience because you need a bunch of people to try out your products before you can sort of say, cool, now we nailed it. And even then, you need to be really clear of who that product is for. This is all I want to share with you guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried anything from Mad Hippie and what were your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And in the meanwhile, if you are brand new here, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video. And just keep shining, you guys, because you're just so much more powerful than you think. And I will see you again in my next video. Bye.